Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next episode of Random Rhapsody's Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Dyto, Joe, Marty, and Natalie. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Marty?
Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D, in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built our tokens for this evening's game. Hero Forge also offers custom minis in a variety of materials, including color-printed options and downloadable models for 3D printers. They're constantly expanding the catalog of customization options, adding new parts every week, and major features like new species and custom posing on a regular basis. You can check them out at heroforge.com.
Thanks, Marty. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely. You can blur, remove the background entirely, or even put your favorite picture as your background instead, which is what I do. XSplit also can be used as a broadcaster for content creation. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show descriptions. Now, last but not least, don't forget that our regular campaigns air every Monday. We've got the Debauchery Circus at 3 p.m. Central and the Fab 5 at 7 p.m. Central. Also, starting in about a month and a half, we are going to be doing a new Magi Knights campaign. Our campaign is called, they actually changed the name of the system, and it's now called Magi Knights Awakening. And we're doing a brand new series based off of our test play that we did a year ago. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, you can keep up to date on everything we do by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. And that should do it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave Expedition as they attempt to survive a Sonnet of Blood. And we're back. So as I mentioned last session, this campaign we are doing our recaps a little bit differently from our main homebrew campaigns. Whoever volunteers to tell us about our last session will be getting the Random Rhapsody coin, which they can redeem during the session for one free Nat 20. Which does mean that yes, if I'm the one who does the recap, I'm going to get the coin as well. And you know I'm going to use it. So, with that in mind, who's going to be giving the recap this week?
Not you, that's for sure.
Cog will take it.
Right.
I got it.
Okay, well, Cog, why don't you go ahead and tell us about what happened last time on Sonnet of Blood?
Previously on Sonnet of Blood, our intrepid heroes found themselves in a dark and mysterious, unknown place as they traveled through the hills. Trees and very odd trees were growing in the distance. No animal sounds, no signs of animals, period. We heard loud howls in the distance, rustling in the leaves, and other scary, spooky things. As we traveled for a while, we came across a building in the distance. When we approached, it appeared to be a large inn. Lights inside, but no signs of life outside until two small children came running out, hiding behind a cart nearby. The jolly green giant known as Urzak decided to stride forward to make contact with the children to see what was the matter. They declared a monster was inside and their baby brother, Walter, was hidden upstairs. Oh, I should say the children's names were Bryavar and Popolova? Was that it? Did I write that down correctly? Popolova?
Yep, or Briar and Poppy.
They said their parents were stuck inside, Gustav and Elizabeth, but Walter was upstairs somewhere. Being the ever-intrepid hero of the father, Urzak struck forward with purpose, and of course I had to follow. I'm not going to get stuck outside with the creepy children. Are you kidding me? We go inside, and the building is actually very nice. Sconces lit everywhere. Very lovely inn. Wolf skins all over the place. Lovely set of armor on the wall. When we go down, we start checking the doors, looking for the parents and the monster. We go downstairs and are besieged by large, mutinous rats. Well, they were large and mutinous to me. For everybody else, they were probably pretty small. But they were about my size, so it was creepy as shit. We struck down the rats with righteous fury. But when we returned upstairs, it was as if we hadn't been there for several years. All the sconces were out. Dust covered every surface of the place, as if no one had been in the building for decades, possibly. We decide to go upstairs to start searching the rooms because we're still looking for baby Walter. And we could see our cart was outside, so we know that something weird is going on here. We found a couple of bedrooms, things like that, standard stuff in an inn. And we found a library full of very old tomes, 600-700 years, that seemed to be with the language had changed many generations. And a secret room where there was a skeleton hanging out of a chest. Urzak, just being the paladin of Balmer, crazy bastard, just walks forward with purpose, just thinking, oh, hey, I can do whatever I want. The father's with me.
Never.
Of course. Found that the skeleton was holding a strange letter from a man named Strahd von Zarovich. I won't read the letter, it's very scary. And we also found several tomes with weird and strange rituals that seemed fake to Delphine. No one really knows what's going on. But we have not found the baby Walter yet, and we still do not know where the parents are. So we're going to continue searching this very, very odd inn. See what we find.
Very nice. Very nice. And there is your Random Rhapsody car. That coin. God,
you get a car?
Yeah, car. You get a car. Brand new car.
I got a coin last time. What the hell is that?
What is the strange contraption, sir? How does it work?
But anyway, there's your Random Rhapsody coin. You get to redeem that for one free Nat 20. So don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah.
It only lasts today. But so yeah, after Cog bundled up his dozen or so books, which I should point out now, weighs about 65 pounds.
They're going to go in the cart. Don't worry. I'm making the big guy carry him for now.
Yeah, apparently books weigh 5 pounds in D&D. I didn't know that until I looked, but it's funny. But yeah, you probably are going to have your big friends carry all that.
I figure we'll pile them together and then we'll toss them into the cart later.
Is every book a volume of the Encyclopedia Britannica? Because I don't know any other books that weigh 5 pounds.
Oh, I've got some that weigh that. I mean, just read anything by George R.R. Martin. Those weigh about 5 pounds.
It's not really the pages; it's the binding.
Yeah. It's all that wood and leather and all that stuff. Books were a lot bigger in medieval times.
This is fair. I am used to, our modern time books.
But anyway, so are you actually carrying the books with you, or are you just bundling up and leaving to
I think we just got
them?
them in a sack. Yeah, we got to kind of set it aside until we find out where we're going.
Gotcha. So you
Because
just
we also have. I mean, those scrolls will be easy enough. We could keep those in a pack and the little iron key. But yeah, the books he's just gonna I guess, set in a sack by the door.
Okay.
Just so he remembers they're there.
Gotcha. Okay. But anyway, after that, you all start making your way out from the library and into the main hall. But as you do, you all hear a strange, hollow sort of cackling coming from behind you. That high-pitched sound. You all turn and you see that in the doorway of that secret room you had all just vacated, you see that the corpse that you had to move to search the chest a few moments ago is up on its legs, lumbering towards you.
Because you talked shit to him last week. That's fucking
Yeah. Because Pink Sheet Geek wanted to send thoughts and prayers to the dead guy, so now that dead guy's coming to life and attacking you all. So why don't I go ahead and show you that on the map? Because we're gonna be moving right into a combat scenario here. So I need everybody to first click your tokens and then roll for initiative.
Click.
And I don't get Channel Divinity Turn Undead yet. Because I don't get them until second level.
I've also just been given advantage from Pink Sheet Geek.
Oh, sure. Paladins stick together. I see how it is.
Yep, I do see that that advantage that she took for you. So if you want to use that for your initiative, you absolutely can.
Why not? Probably did bad anyway. Wait, I thought I did. Okay, well, we'll just do it again.
Oh, that did not roll. Oh, well. It's fine. Okay, is everybody in combat? We got some nice little background music going on right now. So let's get things started. And at the top of the turn order, we have Delphine, who you're standing near one of the bookshelves just on the inside of the room. And you can see that skeleton lumbering towards you, its arms outstretched. These pale blue glowing flames in the eye sockets. And as it's moving towards you, suddenly the torch that Cog has been holding this entire time and the one that Vide's been holding this entire time goes out.
God damn it. Cog's blind.
Oh no, I don't like this. We're
Whoa.
There's a loud sound of thunder that goes on overhead. But you are the first in initiative order, so what would you like to do?
I am probably well aware that Cog can't see. And she looks at Urzak and then at the skeleton. I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And she runs up just to get in the way of it because Cog can't see it coming if it does come after him. I'm gonna cast Green Flame Blade. Okay. So my rapier erupts in this green flame, and I'm gonna hit it. For 16.
A 16 is going to hit.
Ooh, for 11 piercing. So
as you lunge forward, you end up on top of that low desk that's right there. It's not even a 1 foot step, so I'm not making you roll up or anything. You just step onto it, stab forward with that burning blade. You're using a rapier, and you stab towards it, and the tip of the blade glances off some of the bones in the chest of this thing. Now, it is wearing studded leather armor, but you somehow manage to get around that and hit the skeleton itself. Your blade kind of cuts and pierces a little bit of that bone, but as you draw your blade back, you realize that you really didn't do as much damage as you thought you were going to.
Yeah, I thought about that as I stabbed it. It is magical, if that makes a difference. I don't think it does, but...
It really doesn't. Now, your green flame blade, does that stay burning? How does that work?
Well, it's instantaneous, and I have to recast it at the next round, so I'm gonna assume it's just like a sudden, burst of flame, so just like a quick second of light.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. Which kind of goes along with that sudden burst of light from the thunder that erupts overhead. But next, it's Urzak's turn. What you got?
That's me. I immediately spring into action, step in front of Cog and say, "Don't move." And I come up to the skeleton.
Land on it, buddy.
And I swing my sword at it. Very good. Here it goes. Maybe not very good. I can't see my roll. That's a 10.
Unfortunately, a 10 is not going to hit. You come swinging, standing next to Delphine, but you also kind of overcompensate a little because she's right next to you. And you kind of try to do an awkward swing, whereas you're not going to hit her, and it goes right over the skeleton's head.
Well, it happens. I just hold position to keep it from getting any farther towards everybody else.
That's fair. Okay. Next up, we have Vide. Vide, what you got going on? You are actually standing outside of the hall, but you can see through the open doorway that your friends just went running towards that skeleton.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe. I am not gonna shoot at this guy because I can't see, and I'd rather not risk.
Oh, that's right. You're also blinded right now, so you're able to see those flashes of light from the weapon of Delphine, but then after that, it's out, and you really can't see anything beyond that.
Okay. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna step in. Let's go 5, 10, 15. I'm just gonna take a swing at him because I can still attack, right?
Yeah, you can still attack. You've heard them, but your attacks are going to be at disadvantage because you can't actively see.
Okay. Well, I am just going to. I'm gonna take a stab at him with my Bowie. 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
And that's for 9 piercing, which I know takes less, but you know.
It does take less. You try to stab with that Bowie knife of yours, which is really just a big long freaking dagger, and it goes through like his clavicle and kind of scrapes along the bone. But as you pull out, like it's a skeleton, so definitely did not do nearly as much damage as you were hoping.
Yeah, but it's just my safest bet when I can't see anything.
This is fair.
Alright, and that'll be it for me.
Next up, we have the skeleton's turn. The skeleton, you can see just those little glowing pinpricks of light from inside of the skull. Those of you with dark vision, you can't see the articulation of the skull, and the skull it kind of opens its mouth in a wide, toothy grin. It's gonna first take 2 attacks against the 2 individuals that actually did some damage to it. So this first one is going to be going to Vide, but that's a 6 to hit. And the second one is going to Delphine, which is a 9. I am rolling like terrible.
Run the club.
I think you're rolling great.
Yeah. Probably like max damage too.
I mean, I'd say keep
I
up
rolled
with your
a 2 and a
rolls.
5. That's terrible. Okay, but that's it for the skeleton's turn. Corwin, you're up next.
Yandala, you gave me so many talents, but I can't see in the dark. Even the goblins can see in the dark, and he's just so angry. He's gonna go over to he knows where the bookshelves kind of were, so he's just grabbing kind of some of these old shitty tomes, and he's gonna put them in a little pile on the ground, and then he's gonna druidcraft, make a little like campfire kind of, and just sit there and set those on fire so he can actually see in the room and provide some light to everybody else, some light to everybody else too. Yeah, he's just grabbing. He doesn't care what book. I mean, he knows most of them were garbage anyway, so he's just creating like a little mini fire, like right in front of him, so he can light up the room a little bit.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Really-
that's such a good idea. Take this
That's-
for kindling later.
That's really all he can do without being able to see. So yeah,
Hey, it helps.
He's just making a bonfire for now, and then next round if the thing's that dead, he'll be able to toss some stuff out there. But for now, this is what he's got.
And that's how we burn down the inn.
That's what I thought about focusing it on the bookshelves itself, but then I was like, you know what? No, let's put it on this. Let's put it on the ground.
If it's
So I can-
small, if
I
it's
can
the size
manage it. Yeah.
if it's the size of a campfire, we can snuff it.
Exactly. We can manage it if it's small, not if it's the whole library.
Yeah, absolutely. So you pile up those books and you make your little bonfire with that, and it begins to glow with a small, bright orange flame.
Yeah. So then he's like, now I can see it. So he got his little shield out and he's got his little symbol, and he's ready to start fighting in the next round. But so he's all about the buffs. He's helping everybody else out.
Absolutely.
Actually, he's getting his book out so he can start writing again. Fuck that.
Somehow
He ain't gonna miss a
Danika,
chance.
Danika was actually supposed to go before Corwin. That got mixed up. That's weird. And it's fine. Danika, you're up next.
That is weird.
I was just gonna ask about that, but it's okay. I don't mind. So Danika's gonna move forward a little bit, and she is gonna cast Vicious Mockery. It's my go-to.
Yeah, absolutely. Vicious Mockery. That is a wisdom saving throw.
It's incredibly wise skeleton.
Almost, but not wise enough. With a 13, that is a failure. So what is it you say to this skeleton that mocks him so viciously?
You smell worse than musty toadstools.
And the thing's like, ah! And takes 3 points of psychic damage. You wounded his pride.
That's not all we're gonna wound. Get him, Delphine.
Okay, now we're in the proper turn order. I don't know how that got mixed up. That's so weird. Anyway, Delphine, top of the turn order. This thing tried to take a swing at you, but got nothing. What are you doing?
I'm gonna do the same thing with my green flame blade. I know I didn't do as much last time, but it's the best she can do now that she's gotten into close combat.
Fair enough.
Green flame blade. 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
For 10 piercing.
Yeah, once again, you stab this thing. You manage to get underneath the armor and kind of down towards the pelvis, scraping your rapier along its bone. It, again, doesn't do nearly as much damage as you hoped, but it's slowly chipping away at these bones.
I feel like we need to punch it.
With that in mind, Urzak.
Seeing that like a big sweeping motion won't do, I'm going to try to just get in and stab. Make a skeleton kebab. Here we
Okay.
go. Man, I'm rolling like dog shit today.
Yeah, unfortunately, with that 11, that is a miss. You try to stab at it, but those Boney's hands were ready. He just smacks the blade aside and then just gives you that big skeletal grin. Now,
If I can't do
Danika.
anything else, I'll be a wall.
Fair enough. Danika, you are in the proper place in the initiative now. So, what do you want to do?
Danika is gonna take out her rapier, and just slash at it.
Well, there are 3 people between you and the creature. You can't really stab at them because everybody's in the way.
Oh man. Well, I guess I'll cast Vicious Mockery.
You call forth a bald Canadian to say whose line jokes.
Took me a second.
Yeah, it's not very wise. So with a 5, that's definitely going to fail again. You got another mocking thing for it?
Well, I've seen some trolls prettier than you.
Ah, my pride! Ah! Vide, you're up next.
Alright, so now that I can actually see, I'm gonna pull out my whip. Ow, Sasha! Ow, ow, ow! Sorry, cat claws on the knee. That did not feel good. Anyway, so I'm gonna attack him with my whip. That should not have been a disadvantage, but 24, I'm assuming hits.
Yeah, 24 definitely hits.
Okay, that's for 5 damage.
5 slashing damage. You pull your whip out, swing it around overhead, and crack at it, the skull. You hit it, and a long crack goes along the side of it. It's looking severely hurt at this point. Like the skull is broken half apart, barely able to keep its form.
And that'll be it for me.
Oh, Corwan.
God.
Hey, I started. You liked it, and this is what you get now, right?
We got a first timer in chat who's saying just whip it. Absolutely. Whip it good. Next up, we have the skeleton, who certainly has been whipped good, but unfortunately not dead yet. And Vide, you took a huge chunk out of him with that slashing weapon, your whip. So first attack's coming at you,
Bring it on.
and that's a nat 20.
Ooh, wait.
Silvery barbs.
Oh crap, it is. I thought you were just messing with me.
No, I'm dead serious. Nat 20. So you got a silvery barbs you can do?
I do. I cast silvery barbs.
Okay. The second silvery barbs. So let's go ahead and re-roll that d20 and see if he makes the attack. Oh, that's a 13.
Oh, that does not hit.
And I'm gonna give advantage to Urzak.
Thank you. I need it desperately.
Good call.
And thank you for that save. That is definitely appreciated.
Well, the skeleton somehow knows that. I see it, Pink Sheet Geek. I will get to it here in a second. Pink Sheet Geek is redeeming something. I'll get to that one moment. It does still have one more attack with the bony claws. So, Delphine, it's swinging at you after you silvery barbs it. And that's a 20 to hit.
Okay. I'll use my reaction. I can't do anything.
So 8 points of slashing damage. Then, at the end of its turn, suddenly it seems its skull solidifies just a little bit, crack together. Those eyes glow brighter because Pink Sheet Geek redeemed an extra turn for the skeleton.
Why? Okay.
Well, he hasn't attacked Urzak yet, so let's do an attack at Urzak.
Thank you.
That's a
Here's
15.
to do. That misses.
Oh, and a 13 is also
That
going to
also
miss.
misses.
Wow. I got in 2 good rolls, but that was it.
Join the club again.
Yeah,
Welcome
right.
back.
Well, that's it for the skeleton's turn. After that surge of adrenaline it seemed to have, the skull kind of cracks a little bit and seems to be hanging there half broken. This thing is still looking severely wounded. And Corwan, it's your turn.
He's sitting there writing in his book, and then he looks up. He's like, "Oh, it's not dead yet. All right. Well, I'll see what I can do." And he is going to. He's gonna risk it. He's gonna burn. Hopefully, we'll get a nap here soon. He's gonna toss out guiding bolt at him. It's a 15. Hit it.
15 just hits it.
Ho ho ho. Alright, then we will get. Oh yeah, the next 9 radiant, and whoever is next gets advantage on their swing.
Well, they would, except for the fact it had 5 hit points left. So, Corwan, tell us, how does this look?
The other intrepid heroes couldn't bring him down, so it's down to me. And I thrust forward with my magical might, and I destroy the creature with my god's light. Yes! He does a couple fist bumps. He's like, yes! It's like, I helped you out there, everybody. Help you.
Good job, Cog.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You
I
understand?
love you for your effort.
That's the expectation now, right?
Cog saves us
I'm
all.
sorry, what? I was gonna say no speaking English, but no speaking common? What? And he's like, all right, now what are we gonna do? And he's sitting there just warming his hands by his book fire.
Ow.
Indeed.
The good old
Oh.
burning.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't have any. Yeah, as I say, because I just used my other first level spell, but you know, I do. Yeah, I don't have anything else that I could do for you, unfortunately, at the moment.
Well, I have 2 points of lay on hands left.
I can drink a. We can take a rest, or I can just drink a potion, and we can just keep going.
Well, Danica's gonna go over to the skeleton, and she's gonna start peeling off his armor. And she's gonna turn to everybody. She's gonna go, "Do you think I'd look good in studs?"
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a little dark, isn't it? I mean,
I think rhinestones are more your style, but I think studs will be it'll fit the aesthetic.
Ooh, I do like things that glitter.
I think we should probably wash that first.
I mean, did it really bleed? I mean, it was a skeleton.
Well, Dan, you go over and begin peeling off that armor. It's studded leather armor, so it's kind of like a front and a back that's strapped together. There's some buckles and that sort of things. It's not difficult to take apart. And as you do, first of all, you start opening it up, and there's a desiccated corpse inside, so it's like all dusty, and the papery skin that's left over on the bones just kind of peels and flakes away as you're pulling this off of it. And it's not that difficult because, you know, it's a skeleton, so you can kind of shake it out a little bit, and you pick it up and examine it. It's a very nice it's a very nice pair of studded leather armor.
Y'all, I told you it was musty.
It's true, but the studs gleam as though they have been regularly polished. The leather is whole. It's not aged or weathered or cracked or broken. It's a very nice piece.
I guess before she puts it on, could Cog ritually cast Detect Magic to see? Because he would know that it's probably sitting here a long time. It should have deteriorated, but the fact that it hasn't, he's curious if there's something else going on with it.
Okay.
And so he would sit down and, if she's willing to let him.
Well, Cog, if you ask nicely,
Yeah, I just want to make sure and see, because it seems like, I can't really identify what it is. I don't have that spell. Our friend might eventually, but I can I can tell you if it's magic or not.
No, of course you can.
If it's magical, I'll see what it does.
But yeah,
Okay.
he'll sit down and ritually cast that.
Well, you can do that. You're going to have to sit there for 10 minutes to cast the spell. You do also have a bunch of books burning in the library, which, a librarian who's book burning? That's a little weird.
They're garbage books. Don't worry. He's like, Delphine, could you kind of manage that? Put it out if you need to, please. Because he knows that she can do that spell, so. Or feed it another book. I don't care. Garbage.
She really does want to feed it one of the books from the closet that she knows is just complete garbage.
Okay. You absolutely can do that while Cog sits down and begins ritually casting Detect Magic.
But I am going to manage it with Druidcraft.
Now, the one thing I will tell you is as you put that book onto the flames, immediately it begins this deep, dark, black, sooty smoke that just billows up from the fire. The smell is horrible. Have you ever smelt a pig burning on a fire that's been sitting there way too long, and it just gets charred and black, and the grease becomes burnt as well, and you get that burning grease smell as well. That's the smell that's coming off of this book as it's burning.
Immediately, Druidcraft the fire out, because that is rancid. And I will pull out a torch and I will Druidcraft lighting the torch.
Yeah, Mikey T is saying like a pizza too long in the oven.
My eyes are
I like
watering.
that better than the pig
You mean smells like the local crematory?
It smells like your local crematory. I knew that Natalie was getting exactly what I was describing.
We don't all work in one, okay? So we don't know that spell.
But you all sit there for 10 minutes. You do put out the fire, and then you light a torch, so you do have some more light. The smell lingers. Bad. But at the end of...
It smells as bad as the contents inside of it.
That was good.
But at the end of 10 minutes, Corwan, you do finish your ritual, and boom. You glance over at the armor, and it is indeed enchanted.
I guess he would look at those books, too, just so because, the Detect Magic goes for 10 minutes. And I think, wasn't there also, a black cloak hanging in another room before we had checked the library? Wasn't that? It was, in one of the bedrooms.
Yeah, in the most recent bedroom you opened, there was a black cloak hanging in there.
I guess he's got this up now, so he's going to be walking around, with his little detector for at least the next 10 minutes, just checking everything up here. But, yeah, that would be something he would check in particular.
Okay. Let me double check something here real quick, see if there's anything else.
Because I think that was also described as it's just in perfect working order, even though it's been sitting there for God knows how long.
You do see that the scrolls did light up as well. You know, the scrolls you found in that treasure chest. Other than that, you don't really see... Nothing else is pinging for you as magical as you walk up and down the hall for 10 minutes. But, yeah, Delphine, you got some magical armor there. Or Danika, I mean. Danika.
While Cog is doing that 10-minute perimeter walk, can I use that 10 minutes to ritually cast Identify on the armor that was just put on? Since now she knows it's magical, it's not really a waste of time.
Yeah, absolutely. You could sit down and begin doing that. Does anybody else do anything for those 20 minutes, or should I just go ahead and move on?
I feel like we've already pretty much checked this room.
There are other rooms. Like I said, Corwan kind of walked up and down the hall a little bit.
I mean, I guess during that 10 minutes, I mean, if he and Urzak wanted to actually start, we could check each room, and you could tell us what might be in them, and
Yeah.
that's part of his 10 minutes.
I mean, I could check some rooms too. Now, remind me again, this room right here is the one that had the blood creature, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm avoiding that one.
Do you guys mind if I drink one of these potions?
Go for it.
Go right ahead.
dear.
Oh, and can I have a lit torch again?
Pulls out
There you
another
go.
torch and druid cracks. I don't really need a torch, so.
And I made it movable, so you can move it around with you.
Okay, I'll check this room right up here. Like just a quick open the door, look around.
Go ahead. Now let's see here.
I'm gonna,
Okay.
hold my torch in there. I'm not going in there yet because I don't want another blood monster coming after me.
Sure. Well, as you open the door, what you see is an undecorated bedroom containing a pair of beds with straw-stuffed mattresses. At the foot of each of the bed is an empty footlocker with its door kind of propped up and open so you can kind of glance at it even from the door. There are several servants' uniforms, you know, like the French maid style and the butler's thing with the looking kind of like a suit, hanging from hooks above a small dresser to your right. And towards the back, opposite one of the beds, you see what looks like just a column of stone with a small door about 2 feet tall, inset at about chest level.
Can I do I guess I would have to actually go in for an investigation, wouldn't I?
Correct.
Kyle will be right behind you with the detect magic going.
Okay. Does anything light up for him then?
No, nothing does light up for him.
Okay, I'm gonna just do a quick investigation in here. Don't go too far, Cog, just in case.
I'm right here.
Okay, go ahead and make your investigation check.
I don't see anything. I got an 8.
Yeah, it's dusty. The beds are made, but there's a fine layer of dust over the entire area. It looks like nobody's been in this room for quite a long time. You walk up to the little door and open it up, and you find that it's a dumbwaiter. There's a little button inset into the wall next to the door itself, and you're guessing maybe like a bell or something. You can also see a rope pulley system with a box of an elevator sitting there on that floor.
Why was this room so special to get this? They don't all have this, do they? I don't think so.
The other one I don't believe had that.
Oh, maybe could this be their room? Can Cog look around to see, I guess, if there would be anything here that might signify this belonged to those 2 children that were outside?
Well, I will remind you that I described a little bit before that there are servants' clothes hanging on hooks.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Chances are this is a servant's quarters.
Okay.
Hey, Cog, you want to go push that button and I'll spot you?
So the button for the dumbwaiter system? Yeah. Yeah. All right. I mean, I did just show up in the last fight, so I guess I'm the big tough now. So
I'll stand behind. I'll have my gun drawn at this point, and
he's like, as the tank of the group, I'll do it.
I'll be aiming towards the dumbwaiter just in case.
Okay.
He'll go up, push the button for it.
You walk up, and you kind of have to stand on your tiptoes and reach as high as you can to hit that button, but you push it, and you hear a little bit of a chime. Ding, 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 coming from below.
Alright, everybody should be on your guard. It did just make a sound downstairs. We may have just alerted something that maybe was hiding downstairs. There's something up here. I don't know. Just be careful.
They'll just think it's the wind.
Now, Corwan, you're looking at it, and you estimate you could probably climb up into that dumbwaiter and use it to go from level to level. It's very cramped, but you're small enough that you could fit into it, whereas the rest of the party couldn't.
I mean, you'd think so, but when you logistically look at it, he wouldn't fit in there. He's fine.
Yeah, because nothing bad could possibly happen.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. You know, almost kind of like in Jurassic Park, the little girl hiding the thing, which she's, no, this isn't, Cog's not that brave. So, yep, we're just going to walk around as if the dumbwaiter doesn't exist, and just move on.
I'll fit in the dumbwaiter, don't worry, guys.
and Urzak puts his head in and a little bit of his shoulder, and no, can't get any farther.
Okay.
I guess we can just check the one that's directly across the hall from it.
Yeah, if you open the door and check into the room across the hall, you find a similar bedroom as the one you had looked at previously with Vide. There is a simple bed, a table with a unlit candle, and a small dresser with drawers half pulled open. You walk over and kind of glance in them, and there's nothing inside the dresser drawers themselves.
Alright. Yeah, it just seems like, like this used to be a nice place. It's just hadn't been used in a while.
What does it look like out the window?
You walk over and glance out the window. Give me a perception check.
Ooh, I will do that. How about a 12?
You look out the window. You have to pull back the curtains and glance outside, and it is extremely dark out there. Like, super, super dark. You have dark vision. You have 60 feet of dark vision. So you're glancing out, and you glance up, and the entire sky overhead is massively overcast with deep, dark blue clouds. As you're looking, you see a crackle of lightning go across the sky. It's not raining yet, but it looks like it might at any point. But you also, at this moment, realize it is kind of late. It's probably around 7:30 in the evening now. By this point, it's hard to judge because you can't see the sun or the moon. But guessing based on how long you've been in here and what it was late afternoon, early evening when you arrived, that's probably a fair assessment. So it's not like super late yet. You're not tired by any stretch of the imagination, other than the tiredness that comes from being freaked out from being in a place like this. But you can still see the wagon.
Okay, that was my next question.
I thought so. And you can still see the wagon. You can still see the two donkeys that have been hobbled and are there at the side of the road in front of the inn. They have their heads down. One of them seems to be munching on grass, while the other one has its head up and kind of is just looking, but you can't really see anything that it's looking at. Much beyond that, you can't really see a whole lot. There's still that dense fog that's kind of surrounding the area that you're in. That you are able to see the yard a little bit, but that fog is pretty dense. And with this lightning and thunder coming along, you're not sure how much longer how much visibility you're going to have the longer you're in this place.
Okay. That's pretty much all I wanted to know.
Okay.
I basically just wanted to see, is the wagon still there?
Absolutely. Now, by this time, Delphine, you would have cast your Identify spell, and you are able to confirm that it is a +1 studded leather armor.
Ooh, nice.
It's some nice armor.
So you can, Danika, are you gonna go ahead and put that on?
Yes.
I wasn't trying to be suspicious or anything.
Dude, everything you say just
Yeah,
comes
everything
off
does
suspicious. You should know that by now.
I know that. The only reason I was asking is I'll put it onto your character if you're actually going to don it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you a couple minutes, but you're able to put on the studded leather armor, and Pink Sheet Geek is giving me advantage. Fun. I love it.
You know, I'm gonna have to start watching fucking Circus and start tossing some shit his way too.
You know,
Unfair.
this whole time I thought me and Ichabod had something special, but like the first betrayal with that one guy hurt a lot more. But this is just as bad.
Oh no.
But there you go, Danika. You put on this, you put on this leather armor. It is kind of dirty and grungy, but it's still serviceable, and it fits. It, like, as you put it on, it kind of conforms to your body a little bit, and fits you perfectly. Oh yeah. I know who Blood is, and yes, Cog, you do have disadvantage on your next roll. I should probably do a thing that limits how often people can do that. I thought I did. Oh well, it's okay. But anyway, what you guys doing?
I guess,
More rooms to...
yeah, Kaga would just come up and check. You know, this one looks like it's got a piano and fireplace and.
Oh. So, yeah, you go up to the last door on the left, and as you open it up, you see gossamer drapes covering the windows in this elegantly appointed room, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. There's upholstered chairs lining the walls, a stained glass wall hanging depicting beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments together. You can see to your left that there is a harpsichord. Harpsichord. God, that was hard to say. There's a harpsichord with a bench resting on that one left-hand side. Opposite that is a fireplace where a large standing harp is leaning against one edge. You can also see that there are alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorning the mantelpiece of the fireplace.
I'll just do investigation, see what's around. For 12.
As you walk around the room, glancing at various items, you do see that there is a fine layer of dust covering pretty much everything. The chairs that when you first glance at them appeared to be very, 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 very beautifully upholstered, but the closer you get, the more threadbare and just old it looks. Like it's slightly moth-eaten. A lot of the threads are coming loose, and like as you're glancing at it, you think to yourself that if anyone were to actually sit on this furniture, it would probably collapse under your weight. You circle around to the fireplace, and as you're glancing up and down these alabaster figures of dancers, your close inspection reveals that each one, you look closer at the face, and it's a skeleton. It's not a person at all.
It's a little weird.
Looks a little sus.
Just a little bit.
Are you sitting in a chair?
Yeah.
You walk over and sit down on a chair, and the moment you start to lower your weight, it just collapses out from under you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Where's the button for dex saves? There it is. That's an 11.
Yeah, you sit down and you just tumble hard. You hit the ground with a thump. The back of your head hits the back of the wall, and you are going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm dead.
No.
You're dead?
No.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Oh, I would have felt so bad because I was just a joke.
Yeah, I actually have 1 hit point total, so 2 damage kills me completely.
I mean, so I guess we pretty much checked all the rooms upstairs. Really, essentially. I mean, was there anything special and anything we didn't go in and look at that we should go check out?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, well, I mean, because there's no magic. He hasn't detected magic, I'm saying. So there's nothing going on. I mean, should we do it? Or do you just want to tell us what we find so we can...
Well, I've told you that you walked around the hallway when you had that
Yeah.
detect magic up, and you didn't sense any magical signatures beyond what I have described
we can
previously.
check every room if you really want it. Because you say it's getting dark, it's starting to get... I was to say, we got to check out that barn and see if we can hide, our donkeys in there for the night, and we might have to bed down in here.
Yeah, can we do
In
the
the end.
Can we do the TLDR version of checking all the rooms?
No, that's not how this game works. But nice try.
Well, I mean, we can... Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I guess just
It's
another bedroom.
Yeah, it's up to you whatever you're doing. If you continue to look at these bedrooms down here on the lower end, they all seem to be... They do all seem to be bedrooms.
This place seemed like it was only 2 floors, right? There's not like a 3rd floor, is there?
Oh no, there
There
is.
is a staircase over here.
Yeah.
Oh, well then because we gotta find the baby that's totally not here, but it's here, because they said it is, so we gotta find it. So Cog's gonna be like, oh, god damn it, the child.
Yeah, because the baby, the so-called baby is upstairs somewhere.
So-called baby.
On the
So-
3rd floor is what they said, I think.
I think they just said upstairs, didn't they?
I remember being upstairs. Baby's upstairs.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Is-
so...
Should we
Hi.
just do we
Yeah.
need to just real quick open all these doors and just tell us if something interesting's in them?
That's what I say, like, is the baby, I guess, in one of these, so we can know to go upstairs?
You've examined
around.
almost every single room in here. There's literally 2 rooms you have not looked in so far. So if just to TLDR it, yes, there isn't anything else on this level.
Okay. So then let's move on to the next floor.
Nobody found a way down while Danika and I were looking at her spiffy new armor.
That was what I forgot to do. I wanted to see if I could break the window when I was looking earlier.
You can certainly try.
Okay, where's that room? Is it this one?
Any room has a window. Go ahead. While that was all happening, we'll kind of rewind a little bit. Are you just like walking up and punching the window, Urzak?
I'll just yeah, I suppose.
Okay. Make for me an athletics check.
Ooh, something I'm good at for once. 12.
You punch the window, which is locked, and boom! That hurt. Your hand comes back stinging, and you didn't even feel a rattle come from that window.
Okay, if we did rewind, I would have been in there. Can I go over there and try to just open the door normally? Or window, I mean?
I got nothing. You walk over and you go ahead and give me an investigation check.
That's a 12. It'd be hilarious if it works.
It was just unlocked.
You do see that there is a latch on the door. It's window. It's one of those things you can slide up. You flick the latch, and you give it a pull, and it doesn't move at all.
Okay, of course. I mean, it was worth a try.
Give me an athletics check. You try to lift as hard as you can to pull it up.
Somebody painted it shut.
That's a 12.
Yeah, you grab the edges, you pull, you strain as hard as you can, and it doesn't move even an inch.
I would like to point out of the last 6 rolls, 5 of them were 12s.
That's true.
Broken.
Well, go watch my last episode of the Debauchery Circus, and they'll tell you whether or not Roll20's broken.
16 nat 20s.
16 nat 20s in one game.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, none of you seem to be able to get this window open. Punching it didn't work, just lifting it. It was locked and you unlocked it, but it just won't budge.
Okay, I tried.
But you, like Urzak said, there is stairs leading up at the other end of this hallway. So if you're heading up there, go ahead and give me a marching order, just so I can copy and paste tokens.
Urzak first.
Cog will be in the middle.
I'll be second.
I'll be behind Cog.
I'm gonna also, I'll have my pistol drawn and kind of aiming in between Urzak and Danika. Just in case.
Okay. So, you all start making your way up the stairs to the next level of the inn. You climb these oak staircase to its full height. It kind of goes up, and then there's a bit of a landing, and then you have to go up again as you turn around a U-bend. And you come to the top of the full height of the stairs to find a dusty hallway. To your right, there is a suit of black plate armor standing against the right side of the wall, that is draped in cobwebs. You can also see, as you glance along that there are oil lanterns mounted along the oak-paneled walls, which are covered in woodland scenes of trees, falling leaves, and tiny critters. There are quite a few doors along both sides of the hallway. On the left-hand side, as you look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the right-hand side, there are 3 doors. But as you get to the top of this landing here, what do you all want to do?
Well, I'm immediately interested in the armor because it looks cool. It's the first eye-catching thing we see in the hallway, so I just kind of turn and give it a look.
Well, the moment you walk up towards it, it suddenly reaches down, grabs the sword at the side, pulls it out, and attacks you. And I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
Cool.
Since I had my pistol out at the ready, would I be able to shoot it or no?
Well, we're going to see who gets first in turn order.
Not I.
I've not rolled anything above 12, I think.
Would I be able to actually be like more right here? 'Cause I was just moving up just to get out of the
Mine should be A, but it
staircase.
rolled twice for some reason.
Yeah, that's fine. And I got you, Corwan. Is everybody in?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. You see the Vide. You had your pistol ready. You were watching, looking for any sign of anything that was going to jump out. You watch Urzak walk over to that suit of armor that just suddenly reaches its hand down, grabs its blade, and begins pulling it out. But you react first with your 16 on initiative. So, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm gonna shoot it because like that's what I had pulled out. So that is a 23 to hit.
23 is... Yes, it's going to hit.
I hope so.
If it doesn't, we're screwed.
We're level 1. Like, relax.
That's 4 damage.
Okay. With 4, you aim your gun quick, pull the trigger back, fire. The entire hallway is filled with that loud bang that just rings in everybody's ears. The bullet goes flying, piercing the breastplate of that armor, and you can see a little hole smoking out from it, taking the 4 points of damage. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I've only got one move right now.
Okay. Well, next up is the animated armor that is completing its motion of pulling its blade out, and it's going to be taking 2 swings at you, Urzak.
Suspense is killing me.
No.
Just like this armor is about to kill me.
Dun dun dun. So that's a 12, which misses,
Yeah, it does miss.
and a 16, which I assume misses.
Also misses.
Okay.
AC is 18.
As it swings at you, you pull your shield up just in time, catching that first one, deflecting it. The second one, you hold your shield up, blocking, and the thing is just like pushing down on your shield, and you're forced to like kind of, you're holding it back, push, and the blade is off. And it is your turn. So what do you do?
I take advantage of that moment and I strike. Please roll good. Another 12. I'm.
Wow.
You do have an advantage
Do I?
from chat.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Let me get another 12. Watch me get another 12. 18.
An 18 just hits.
Okay. Jeez. Alright, we'll hit him with the old 5 slashing damage. I rolled a 1 on my damage die.
That's painful. Yeah, you come down swinging hard. You manage to get past his weapon, and you clang into him, cracking that breastplate just a bit. I also forgot I have advantage, so I need to remember that.
No, it's okay if you forget.
Yeah. Fine.
Delphine, you're up next.
Delphine is like on that like verge of like wishing she wore her yellow pants today. Because there are a lot of things that could kill her in this end. But she's not gonna get close this time. She's gotta play it safe. So I'm gonna try and I think I've got enough of an angle on it that I can cast Firebolt at this armor.
Okay, so where you are right now is on that corner of the stairs going up. You're like kind of standing on its edge. You will be able to take a shot at it. It is going to have a little bit of cover from just the angle.
Could I move?
Yes,
I'll
you
move.
easily could.
I'll move in front of the door then.
That'll give you
And-
full shot.
Then I will shoot my Firebolt. No, it's a 16.
A 16 unfortunately will miss. You send that bolt of fire shooting towards it. It goes over its head, striking the wall, burning up a bunch of those cobwebs that were there. Like have you ever seen a cobweb burn and it just suddenly goes all in sparks? It's kind of like that.
And I do not have any bonus actions, so that will be me.
Danika, you're up next.
Well, I'm gonna do my bonus action first, if that's okay. And I would like to give Cog some bardic inspiration.
Okay, who are you inspiring?
Joe. Cog.
Cog. Okay. Do you have anything you want to say that inspires Cog?
Lay it on me.
Well, short stack, you got the last one. You can do it this time too.
Okay, well that was your bonus action to inspire him. What else you got?
And then I'm gonna do vicious mockery.
Okay. Well, you viciously mock it. What do you say?
You're about as dull as your sword.
You're about as dull as your sword. You say this, and the thing, you see the helmet kind of turn towards you for a second, and then turn back to face Urzak, almost as though it didn't affect it whatsoever. Seems to be immune to psychic damage.
No.
You still have movement if you want to use it.
I'm good.
Fair enough. Corwan, freshly inspired by your tall friend Danika, what do you do?
If only I had more offensive spells. I think for now, I mean, at first he's going to kind of look at it, and it's like, I guess I gotta step up and save y'all again. He's gonna throw a sacred flame at it, just to start, and then we'll see what else he can do in a bit. But DC Dex 13 for 3 Radiant.
Well, that is a 3, so it definitely takes those 3 points of radiant damage. Your radiant light just hits it, poof, and it seems to shake and shudder a little bit, and there's a little bit of scuffing along the breastplate of this creature.
He's gonna kind of do like a little dance. He's like, all right, big guy, I got your number now. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't got anything. It's a bonus action, so yeah, that'll be his turn for now.
Okay. Next up, we are at the top of the turn order again with Vide. What you doing?
Okay, so my gun did not do nearly as much as I was hoping it would, so I'm gonna get my whip instead. Oh, and ignore that I double clicked because I'm stupid and I didn't mean to. But the 19, I'm assuming hits.
Yeah, a 19 will hit.
That's for 5 damage. That's marginally better.
Yeah, your whip cracks out, smacking against that animated armor with a clang. It does take some damage, and you do see some cracks starting to form along the breastplate, but definitely still up.
Okay, that'll be it for my turn.
Okay.
Hopefully somebody can do real damage.
Well, being hit by that whip, the animated armor is going to move just 5 feet up. That way it can have access to both you and Urzak. It's going to be... You did more damage, I think, than Urzak has on this thing. So I'm going to say it's more interested in you, and it's going to be attacking you with advantage that I had gotten a while ago.
Well, that's a bunch of crap.
So that's a 21 to hit. And 5 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
And the second one will go at Urzak.
Okay.
But that's only a 9, so that misses.
Yeah, I would say it does.
Jesus Christ, Corwan.
It's gonna be more vulgar, but I was like, let's keep it clean.
I read that wrong, and I was like, what's a martial aid?
So did I.
It's like,
And then
I
I
don't
looked
get this one.
closer, like, oh, I get it.
The I's before the T.
But it is now Urzak's turn. What you doing, Urzak?
You know what? Just another, please get above a 12 longsword strike. 22.
There you go, that hits.
Now we're on the ball. And 12 damage.
Huge cutting swing from Urzak. I imagine you're getting kind of frustrated fighting this thing. And your sword gets embedded into the helmet of the animated armor. You pull it back and leave this large crack in the armor. Like it's a big V of a cut into it. It's barely hanging on, but it is still up.
Okay, I don't have any bonus actions, and I only have the one attack, so that's it.
Delphine, you're up next.
I'm gonna do the same thing that didn't work last time. I'm gonna try and shoot a firebolt at this this armor. Oh man, if
Why do
only
you
it was
keep?
with the...
Yeah, why do you keep? What
It's
is-
just it rolls with advantage automatically, just so
Man,
I don't have to
fix-
remember. So it just does. It's a 24 to hit with
Well-
just 5 damage.
24 will hit, and 5 damage is enough to take this thing out. It had 4 hit points left. So tell us, Delphine, how does this look?
I think for a second, Delphine kind of looks at her rapier and has this like almost instinct to just jump in and stab it, and then remembers the stomping she got by that skeleton and just relies on her magic. And this swirling shot of fire just comes out of her hand.
It strikes the thing dead center, blasting it back. All the pieces of armor go flying, clattering to the floor with a loud clang. Clang, 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 clang. And you wait for a moment, everyone taking a pause, but it does not move. And it seems to have lost whatever magic was animating it.
Do you still want that armor, Urzak?
I just wanted to look at it. I mean, come on. Can't the guy just admire some armor in peace?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. But you are all now standing in that oak-lined hallway, covered in dust, but a little less dusty now that you've all been freaking out and flailing about and throwing dust everywhere. So, what do you all want to do? Actually, I got a better question. How does everybody want to take a break? Because I just looked down and saw it's 7:30.
Sounds good to me.
I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
sounds good.
Better idea. So, we're going to go ahead and take our break. We will be back in about 10 minutes, folks. And when we return, we're going to find out what the Conclave Expedition finds here on the 3rd floor. Stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, the Conclave Expedition had arrived at the 3rd floor of the inn, where they were promptly attacked by a suit of animated armor. Now that the suit is destroyed and pieces are lying all about the floor, what all do you want to do? You've got a doorway to your right, you got a doorway to your left, you got a hallway that seems to continue on downward as far as the torchlight illuminates. So what do you want to do?
Can Cog listen out to hear if he can hear if he can hear noises of a baby crying or cooing or anything in this hall?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
I'll give you some guidance on that.
Yeah, that's to say, I was gonna guide myself or I'd get it from you, and then I gotta burn that
You got that nat 20. You got
that too,
20
and then also I've got her bardic inspiration still real quick I can burn. You said a perception?
Perception check.
Then I guess it's a D6 at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. 18.
18. With your 18, you quiet everybody. You start listening. Put your hand to your ear, trying to find some sound of a baby crying. You don't hear any cooing, any crying, any sounds whatsoever, but your teammates, breathing and shuffling a little bit, and that occasional crack of thunder.
I don't think this baby exists. Those children are just mean.
Probably true.
They did think that the rats were the monsters in the basement.
Well, those rats were huge.
Did
I'm
they?
not going to discount that, but...
They were normal size, but...
Alright. Miss, I stand, however, 15 feet tall, normal size, yeah. For me,
Oh
they
my
were
gosh.
huge.
I wish I was 15 feet tall.
I could have ridden that rat.
That would have been amazing if you did.
Oh my god.
No,
I would have written a story about it.
It would have been terrifying. I guess... I mean, we've got both these rooms here. I guess we can check out...
So, yeah, two of you start opening the first 2 doors on either side. The one on your left appears to be a little bit smaller than the rooms downstairs, but is clearly another room of the inn. It has the typical bed, a table, a candle that's half burnt down but still functional that's unlit, and a chest of drawers that is open. To your right, as you open that door and glance about... What's that?
Nothing.
All right. Oh, I thought you said
I
something.
just walked into the room and saw the...
Oh. Okay.
saw something.
Yeah. Well, you open the doors and you look about and you see a room that has dusty panes of stained glass set into the outer walls in a few places to the north and to the south and southwest. You find yourselves in a dusty, cobweb-filled master bedroom. It has burgundy drapes covering the windows that are open and allows you to see a little bit out, since you have, those torches and you can see the darkness that is outside. The furnishings include a 4-poster bed with embroidered curtains and a tattered gossamer veils that's kind of drawn up so that you can see the bed itself. There's a matching pair of empty wardrobes to the far southern side of this room. There is a vanity with a wooden framed mirror with a small box of lacquered wood on top of it. You can see that there is a padded chair in one corner in front of a rotting tiger skin rug that's lying there on the floor near a fireplace, which is covered in dust. And above the fireplace, there is another portrait. This time, simply of Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, hanging above it. Besides that, in the room, There is a table and 2 chairs resting to one side, and in the corner near the wall by the bed, there is that same column that you had saw at the lower level, with another one of those doors built into it. Probably the dumbwaiter, you would guess. And there's also a door right next to it, leading into another room beyond. So go ahead, Delphine.
I'm just gonna take a look at these drawers and is that a desk?
Yeah, there are 2 bureau drawers and a desk.
I'll take a look at the desk first, but also the drawers after.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm going to guide myself. People are weird. 21.
You begin opening the drawers, looking them over. You see, like, some parchment, an ink pot, and several really old, ancient, crackly quills that you guesstimate, God only knows how old they are. You pick up the ink bottle, and you uncork it and glance at it, and the ink is long since dried at the bottom. The next drawer is filled with 2 small books that, as you pick them up and open them up, it appears to be a ledger for the inn. Customer names, random names in a list, next to dates that seem very, very strange to you. You notice that most of the dates are dated between the times of 736 and 769. Nice. I saw that and I was like, yeah, I saw it and then that's what made me pause. But yeah, which seems strange to you, Delphine. Like, the dates themselves seem a little off. Go ahead and make a history check.
We'll guide myself again. History. I'm a smart person. 21 again!
I would say so. Smart person.
Wow. Yeah, 1 second. So with your 21, you know for sure, like, that's not the year date. That's not even close to the year date. The year you left was by the previous calendar of your generation, it would be considered 1250. Though some people have begun using a new dating system in the world. I'm not going to get too much into that, but some people consider this age the beginning of a new age, and so started dating from 0 again. But still in the Twisting Spires, the official date is 1250.
Guys, I don't think we're in the same plane of existence anymore, or these ledgers are very old.
Well, the books in the library were several hundred years old as well.
Well, I mean, it is kind of dusty here. It could be old.
Well, I mean, for books probably shouldn't survive that long, especially if they're not taken care of. They would have fallen to dust by now.
Exactly. Like, the ink is dried up, but
I mean, the building probably wouldn't even be standing if it hadn't been cared for that long a time.
hopefully we can find these parents and get some more questions answered.
Are we sure these parents are still alive even?
It's hard to tell. I mean, I want to hope yes.
I know, but given, we have not seen any signs of life other than, well, that armor out there, but is that really life?
I mean, the children.
Yeah, I don't trust those children.
Yeah, but again, I mean, we've
Are
only
the
saw them
children
in our-
alive? He's just laughing, but he's really fucking terrified in his own joke.
I'm gonna investigate this over here real quick.
What are you investigating?
The paper, did it disintegrate, like, when I picked it up? Like, kind of like the ink was, like, all dried out and old?
It doesn't disintegrate when you pick it up. It's definitely brittle and yellowing, as though it's fairly old, but it's not so old that it just shredded to nothing. You can actually pick it up and move it about, and it, like, doesn't crack in your hand.
Still might be too brittle to use.
Now,
Kindling. And I stick it in my pouch.
the two bureaus next to it, which you said you were also kind of glancing through, I'm just going to go through real quick, is filled with mostly clothes. You see shirts and trousers, blouses and dresses. Most of it is extremely old and moth-eaten. You pick it up and it's like holey and ratty and covered in dust. At the bottom of the shelves, you find two pair of black robes with a hood that, if you were to pull it up over you and pull it over your head, it would cover your entire face. It's one of those huge hoods on a robe. Those also moth-eaten, dusty, but like, it just you can't help but feel creepy seeing it. The type of magic that you've seen so far, and you've seen like what these people seem to be into in their hidden room downstairs. So it's like, yeah, cultist robes.
You don't want to touch those. Gross.
Now, go ahead.
I was gonna say, again, you do use a sex weapon, so I don't know what you'd touch.
Cog.
Like, you do you. Hey, he uses a whip. My lady friend likes using one of those, and that's not what this is for.
No, I think he was describing what she was seeing.
Yeah, that's what Delphine
Oh.
found in the two bureaus that she.
He hasn't gone over what I found in.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
then
now-
he'll look at you
well-
and be like, same thing.
What you do find in that Vide with your 15, it is basically a side table. There is a set of drawers that, as you open it up, you find vials, about the size of a potion vial. But you pick them up, there's like 4 of them, and you kind of glance in them, and it's dry. There's nothing but dust in the bottom of it.
Okay. Do we want to hold on to these anyway in case we need to use them for something?
It might come in handy. I mean, I would say let's hang on to them just in case.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep them. You said there are just 4 empty vials?
Yeah, 4 vials filled with
Dirty,
like
yeah.
dust and grime at the bottom.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Now, Urzak, when
Yeah.
the room that you stepped into is a large bathroom.
Nice.
It's a dark room.
I close the door and I take a poop. That's it.
You close the door and you take a dump. Now, what in the darkness, because you have dark vision, you can see that there is a stone tub to the far end of the room, but a small iron stove with a kettle rising atop of it next to it, and there's actually a spigot of brass inset into the wall next to the tub.
They have plumbing. Amazing. They're rich people.
Well, do you not have plumbing in your home?
I don't have a home. Live in the
Oh.
church.
I was gonna say, so I thought you were gonna give me a cry story. I was gonna feel really like a dick. I mean, you said, "Oh, I live in the church." It's like, all right, well, that's a little different. So you're like, I sleep outside in the trees. It's gonna feel a little bad for you, but
That might be nice. I don't know. We should go camping sometime.
That's where my people are from, but I sleep inside. It's much better. But this place, it seems like it's like this used to be like a very opulent structure once. I mean, all the fittings and especially downstairs. I mean, what has happened to these people?
Do we want to go take a quick look at the rest of the rooms?
Yeah, we gotta find that baby.
Does the rug get up and attack us, or?
No, the rug doesn't get up and attack you. Are you all finished looking about this room here?
Danica's gonna pet the rug, and she's gonna be like, "Ain't this luxurious?"
You kneel
Urzak
down.
stops you.
You know-
touch anything.
You know, with a good prestidigitation, it would probably look really good on you as a coat.
Well, he said it was molting, right? Like it was.
Oh yeah, it's moldy. It's falling apart as she goes to bend down to touch it. Just
Okay,
a
maybe
little
you
bit
need
of gust of wind comes through and blows some of that hair off of the thing right up into your face.
Okay, you might need a little mending too.
A gust of wind? Where did the gust of wind come from?
I don't know.
That's a good question,
Hog.
but she definitely felt it.
Like,
I'm
there's
not
an actual gust of wind?
Matt, did you say something about there being a black lacquered box?
I did. It's over there on top of that dresser right over there.
Dun dun dun.
Takes a step back.
Okay, y'all, who wants to open the box?
I got it.
So you're opening the box, Danika?
Yeah, that sounds so ominous.
What's in
You
the
know what?
box?
You know what?
What's in the box?
I'm gonna help you out a little bit. I'm gonna check the box for traps.
Make an investigation check.
I guide myself. Investigation. I'm supposed to be good. 15.
You do not see any traps.
It should be perfectly okay for you to open, my dear.
Danica's gonna open the box.
Famous
You
last
reach-
words.
You reach out carefully after Delphine makes sure there's no traps, and you kind of glance back as your hand touches the box and notice that Delphine has backed away several feet. You hesitantly push the lid up, and as you do,
Dun dun dun.
you
Tiger
find
comes alive. That was the trigger all along.
I can't speak with animals. No.
you find that it's actually a very nice looking box. Other than lacquered wood, it's trimmed in silver with gold filigree. It contains 3 gold rings and a
Ooh.
thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant.
Well, y'all, I found some stuff that sparkles.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that stuff later.
Finders keepers, I guess.
We can share.
It could be important stuff. We'll check it out.
We'll bring it with us.
So you taking the box with you?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. you pick up the box, and it's a box. It's
Is it-
pretty. It's probably worth a good amount of gold.
Ooh.
Is the box like a jewelry sized box?
Yeah.
Or like a oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a jewelry box.
Is Cogs
No, I'd
Detect
have to
magic?
do it again.
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
it hasn't been for a while.
okay, fair enough. Do you,
And it
are
would
you
take
gonna
me
put anything on? I'm joking. Don't, just don't.
not until I can either Cog or I could take a look at it.
Yeah, no, I was joking. I wouldn't put anything on either.
I love
Not
fucking
yet.
with them. Okay, well, you do anything else in this room, or are you gonna continue exploring, or what's up?
I am intrigued though. You said, were you like serious about there being wind, or was that joke? Because if there is actually wind, we need to figure out where that's coming from. Possibly, maybe.
It was just as she sat down, like her clothes kind of poofed out
Okay.
some air, and it just swirled about and knocked off some of
Okay.
the fur.
Okay. I took that as a literal gust of wind. Okay. Moving on.
I have a quick question before we leave this big, nice, fancy room. Does anybody else need, like, a quick kip?
Like a nap?
Yes. Like a nap. Not really a nap, but maybe just like a zen moment. We've all been through a lot.
I mean, I would love to. But if there really is a baby, we gotta find the baby.
Okay.
As much as I don't enjoy children, well, it's a baby. If it's real, you know, it's on its own, obviously. Or it's bones that are gonna rise up and attack us. I mean, I don't know.
Will you be okay with, like, if we just,
I'm fine if we keep going. I was just asking if anybody else is worse for wear.
like, I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Cog, I think we should take a short rest.
I mean, if you need one, yeah. I mean, we can. I'm just saying, it's like I said, if there is a baby, I mean, it's a baby. You know, they're notorious for being helpless.
If we are going to take a short rest, so I am going to use something.
Well, Cog, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Some babies make it, some don't.
Wow.
Oh, that's kind of that's true, but dark.
Pretty dark.
Coming from the orphanage.
Son of
lady,
a bitch. Jesus Christ.
You know what? Danika, being from an orphanage, would know best how much of a dog-eat-dog world it is for kids.
this is fair.
I thought it was rough in the Feywild.
It's a hard knock life. What can you say?
Say a little prayer to Yundal and be like, God damn, that was cold. If you want to wait, we can chill and rest. I am like, I weigh less than 40 pounds. It's not like I can stop you.
I don't know, I'm pretty weak.
We can take a short break. I don't think we should take too long. But
Just a little bit. Not a whole lot of time, just a little bit of time.
Okay, so it sounds like you're taking a short rest. So we do short rests a little bit differently here on Curse of Strahd. You have to take at least a 40-minute rest to roll some hit dice, but after that you can roll some hit dice. So those of you who are actually resting can feel free to do so. Sit down in this room. It's dusty, it's kind of grimy, but you can at least do some resting. Looks like Vide is using his second wind at the same time.
Well, I'm doing that right before, and then we're resting because I get it back after a short rest.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would like to use a hit die and use an arcane recovery.
Sure. You can absolutely do that.
Yes!
Since
Oh
God-
my gosh, my hit die would have brought me up to max because my HP is 9.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, Cog's fully healed. He doesn't need it, so he can't do anything else. He's just gonna start taking some of those, like maybe one or two of those histories he would have kept on him, and he's just gonna kind of like, where it's fade, he's gonna like retranslate it, like, and put it into one of his book, and kind of like start transcribing some of it out.
Mikey T is saying, a mother's dilemma: to baby or to nap.
Oh man. Yes.
Now, Corwan sits down at the table, begins working on that book, trying to translate it. I mean, you only got 40 minutes, so
Yeah,
you don't have a long time.
it's starting. Yeah.
But as you sit there and rest,
Let's comprehend language. But I'm
you hear this strange sound coming from somewhere. It's difficult to tell. Almost like a thumping sound. Possibly above you.
oh boy.
You remember when I said babies are helpless? a thumping sound, if it is a baby, it's probably not a good thing. Just saying.
Should babies be able to thump?
I mean, if they roll off something high to a lower surface, you know, I don't know if
Is
you know
it
this.
a thump, or is it like consistent thumping?
Well, did you hear the sound effect that I did?
I did not.
No.
Yeah, I'll play it for you one more time. There's a few thumps, a bit of a sound of a rattle, but then it stopped.
Baby's dead. Hey, let's go home.
If you played that sound effect, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I didn't.
I
either.
didn't either.
I had to
Then
turn up
again-
the volume on the stream.
I got game on one,
Yeah,
Discord on another computer, so I kind of get two.
Oh.
different
it was
settings.
kind of a low one. It should have come through Discord. I'll see if I can
Well,
turn it up.
Let's
I
put
mean,
it this
I heard
way.
something that sounded like something hitting the microphone, but maybe that's. what
Would
it
you
was.
describe the thump as a ball falling off a bed and bouncing a few times, or the hollow carcass of a now dead child thumping
I
into
don't
the
think-
ground?
I don't
And
think the
like-
baby would
and
be
the-
hollow.
The second thump was literally its soul leaving its body because we didn't go find it.
So here's Corwan.
Don't make me roll.
Sorry, I'm a squishy.
I would more describe it as imagine if you were sitting on your bed, then you stood up and then jumped down onto the floor.
Oh,
That would be more like the sound you heard.
So, okay.
It fell off
So
the
in
bed.
other words, a kid.
Oh,
jumping off the bed,
shit.
down the
Oh,
hall
no.
and after
All right, let's go fight the skeleton baby.
Danika gives Corwin like a little pat on the head, and she's like, "Maybe once we finally get back in town, you can volunteer at the orphanage. You seem like you really like kids."
Oh, I just love children.
Pink Shit Geek is saying, don't turn up the sound effects though because it's loud on stream, so they can hear it just fine.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. But anyway, you continue on down the hall, opening up doorways as you go. The next one on the left, it does just appear to be another of the inn's rentable bedrooms. Standard stuff, I've said it each time: bed, dresser, table, candle. When you open up the next door on the right, you find what appears to be a let's see here. Dusty shelves line the wall of this room. A few of the shelves seem to have maybe folded sheets and blankets and old bars of soap on them. You can see there appears to be a broom leaning up against the far wall. But other than that, it just appears to be a storage room.
Danika puts some soap in her pockets. Y'all, I got a lot of tiger fur on me. I need to take a good shower later.
You walk over to the bar of soap and glance at it, and you look at it, and at first you reach out, but it's like covered in dust and grime, and then as you touch it, it like wobbles and you like push it, like, you know, old soap, how if you push it, your finger just goes into it and kind of slimes around you. That's what happens to your hand.
Danika runs on them. It's all over. What do I do?
Just wipe it on the walls. Nobody will know.
She runs over to Vide and she wipes it on his jacket.
No,
I'm sorry,
no,
Vide.
no, walls,
No.
walls, not my jacket.
Are we trying to clean the house with bars of soap?
Why not?
I mean, to each their own. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Oh no, she just had it on her hands. I was telling her to wipe it on the walls and get it off her hand.
Okay, y'all, to the next room.
Opening the doorway directly across from it, you can see another bathroom with a similar stone tub, waterworks, you know, the whole deal.
God, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Second time in a row, Urzak runs off to the bathroom.
Y'all, did we eat something bad today?
Just know everybody's reading what I put because they pause.
I guess
I like-
it has been a day, though.
I kind of enjoy that power. That every time I do something, I know everybody's reading.
I need to make that window bigger, though, if you're going to keep doing longer paragraphs, because it's only like that big.
Yeah, I know. I don't do it too often where they're really, really, really long, but you know. I think I can. You know what? I can stretch it up, and it just takes up a much larger section of the chat window. So I can do that.
Okay. Your group heads off to the next door. Urzak, after going to the bathroom, comes out, immediately walks over to the next door, which is on the right-hand side.
Feel better, dude?
Yeah, time to take care of other business. What's
You
in
open up
here?
the next door on the right. And as you do, you find a room covered in dust and cobwebs that shroud what would otherwise be an elegantly appointed bedroom. You see that there are 2 doors on your left. In the middle, there is a large bed, a big enough bed that 2 people could easily sit comfortably in it. There is a stone fireplace, 2 end tables, and a wardrobe. Mounted on the wall next to the bed, right over here, you can see that there is a full-length mirror with an ornate wooden frame carved to look like ivy and berries.
I want to take a closer look at the painting because all of them have been weird so far.
No paintings in this room. There's the
ivy and berries, like
that was around the wooden the mirror.
Okay, I want to look at the stuff around the mirror because the stuff around things have just been weird. I'm not gonna guide myself. It's not worth it. I'm just looking at a mirror. Still 21. It's just a mirror.
You walk over to the mirror and examine it. And you can see that through the carved wooden frame around the mirror, there's ivy and the berries, but as you look closer at them, you can definitely see there are little skulls, little shrunken heads hanging from them. But then as you're examining the whole thing and you go around to the far side, you see that one of those things that are actually a berry appears to be a button. You can see a little seam around it.
Hey guys, there's a button.
Press it. It's not Urzak, that's Marty.
Press the button.
Button, you say, and he's gonna use his little half-leg ability to move through a creature's space with no problem. Yeah, what's that button say, Urzak, as he's peeking behind his legs?
I mean, it looks like a berry, but it's definitely a button.
Why don't you go push that button?
Should I? I mean, I will.
I'll ready myself just in case.
Same.
I'll have
Brandish my rapier.
Yeah, I have my
Rapier.
Corwin,
Oh.
did you also open that door as they're all...
I thought I got, because I couldn't move my token, so I was like, did I get myself stuck? So I was just trying to push everything to get my fucking token free. No, it's still shut. He hasn't opened it yet. Well, I guess, I mean, it looks like it's there. I was just saying, it looked like
it was off for somehow. But anyway, so you go up and you push the button. Tensing. You hear a click, and it goes in and holds there.
Oh, I should have checked it for traps.
But nothing else seems to happen.
It's gonna come back to bite us in the ass later.
It's a button for something.
They probably did something to the baby.
I mean, the baby.
I mean, if they have a
baby died
hidden
twice.
if they have a hidden button to do something to the baby, they are very sadistic. Even more so than the crap books that Cog and I found in the library.
I feel like I have said some things that have made us be baby crazy. I don't want to assume that everything is going to kill the baby. I just want everybody to know that. We don't have to... I feel like I've pushed us in the wrong direction. I apologize. Let's not assume the button killed the baby. The baby's clearly already dead, because, I mean, of course it is.
Push the button.
No.
Oh my god, did I kill the baby?
Nobody here killed the baby. The baby is either fine or not real.
Delphine, it's
Is
okay
this
to
Roadrunner's
accept that
baby?
guilt and just it'll be okay. It'll pass.
Is this Schrodinger's
Yeah, just like the
baby?
baby's passed.
This is Schrodinger's baby. Baby.
Well, we'll only know if it's dead or alive if we find it.
So it went in, we heard it click, and then nothing else. It's like
And
that's...
nothing else seems to have happened so far, no.
Okay, do we want to just open these other two doors real quick and then, peace on out of here before something bad happens?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think I started some shit.
Well, I'm wondering...
That's okay.
It's okay. We'll finish it.
Is the mirror mounted on the wall, or is it like on a stand?
No, it's like mounted onto the wall.
And it doesn't like slide, like it's not like it's like a door, like that button clicked and the mirror like comes off the wall or anything like that?
You walk over and you kind of give it a little push, trying to see whether or not it moves, and you feel a bit of vibration there, but it's you can't push it past the wall.
Hey, Urzak, you want to punch this one too?
I mean, if you're asking.
No, we don't want to shame him twice. Let's just check the doors, guys.
Well, there are two doors to your left, one up towards the fireplace and the other over here. Which one are you opening?
I guess
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk over to the door and you slowly open it up, glancing inside. What you find is a nursery. There is a crib, a changing table, a dresser. The crib itself seems to be covered with a hanging black shroud.
What is with the black?
To the right of you, you can also see a small wooden rocking chair in the corner.
Alright, big guy, you're gonna move that shroud to see if there is a dead baby in there. Because, yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'll have my pistol at the ready.
Okay, you all
shoot the baby.
several Urzak, Vide, Corwan all file into there with Delphine and Danika looking on at the door as Urzak bravely walks up to the shroud to part it.
Urzak, I believe in you. Oh, I'm not a bard. Never mind. But I still believe in you. Guidance.
I appreciate it.
You cast guidance on your friend, Urzak. I assume you're parting the cloth.
Yes, slowly for dramatic effect.
Slowly for dramatic effect. And as you slowly spread that shroud open, you see wrapped is in the crib, on the mattress itself, is a small blue blanket bundled up in about it's about 1.5 feet long. You see there, it's baby sized. It's a baby sized bundle lying there on the crib.
Baby contained in said baby-sized bundle.
Are you gonna pick it up, Corwan, or are you gonna leave it there?
Okay. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I'm not very tall. I can't reach inside that.
A beast?
What if we hold you? Yeah.
Alright, you know what? Have you ever gone up to a little person, he's gonna point at himself, and just picked him up? It's not cool. Not cool.
I have picked up a lot of children.
Yeah, children. I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about little people. Yeah, we exist. You may not look down at us, but we're here. And he's just real indignant. He's just looking at it. He's like,
Hog, I look at you all the time.
Sure you do.
Is there? Danika's gonna go into the room and grab an extra chair and bring it over for Corwan.
Hey. I told the big guy to check the baby, alright?
I am checking the baby.
Poke it.
Okay, well, you reach out to pick up the bundle, and as you do, you hear this loud screech coming from the room behind you. You look back towards the bed to see a bright bluish light come rising up out from the bed, and this unholy voice just calling out, "No! No, don't take my baby!" Ah! As she comes flying towards you all. Roll for initiative.
Oh, baby.
No!
Do I still have that guidance, and
Yes.
did I get a bardic as well, or was that just guidance?
It was just guidance.
Okay. How do I add that?
It's a D4. If you have the
That's
the
just for
global
regular
roller,
rolls. Yeah, that's not for attacks. That's for skill checks and stuff like that.
Does that count for initiative? Or
No, it counts for initiative.
Yeah, I was
Initiative
just saying,
is a skill
initiative
check.
is a skill check, yeah.
Okay.
So apparently the torch is going first.
That's 'cause the torch is on
20.
I love it.
the torch is on top of
Okay,
you,
why
yeah.
not?
So I thought I had Vide clicked, but I have the torch underneath Vide, and that's what was clicked.
It's fine.
I actually got an 8 because I rolled a 3 on the D4 for guidance.
I just about clicked on the torch and rolled initiative as well.
Well, it's
Probably-
like I keep trying to.
Oh,
click on
shit.
Vide, I
Let's
forgot
go,
who-
Corwan.
With no offensive fucking grill thing, he's going, god damn.
Bringing up the rear as usual. If there's one thing I consistently roll bad at, it's initiative. In my career as a D&D player.
Look, sometimes you just need a nice strong finish, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're about to find out what happens here.
Someone's
But
got a back cleanup.
Corwan, it looks like you are the first to react after hearing hearing this unholy screech coming from this creature. What do you do?
I guess he's kind of high hidden in the wall there. I'm gonna move that so he's gonna kind of peek out and see it. He's just like, oh god damn it! I told him not to touch the baby, ma'am. I am sorry. And he's just gonna look up and he goes, how dare you? Looking up at Urzak. And he's just gonna he'll just throw a sacred flame at it first. Just to figure something out, and then I'll try. I gotta use that net 20 at some point. But I don't have any fucking spells! Damn it. So yeah, so it's a 13 dex for it. Hold on, where's it coming? 8 radiant if it fails. See if the pull. Of
Well,
course.
that would be an 18, so that is a save.
Lorana, okay. I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't touch your baby, and I'm gonna be right here. You guys, you touch the baby, you go get her.
Next up, we have Delphine. Delphine, what you doing?
I look at this thing that just rose from the bed screaming, And the reason I was in the doorway was to protect Danika, and I see that Danika is, like, right in the way. And it's like, I don't know what I can do to this thing. But I'm gonna move over one. Because I think that'll get Danika out of the way of what I'm about to do. I'm gonna bonus action Hex. This thing. I'm gonna make sure that I do that on my global modifier. Let's pick, I don't know, dexterity. It doesn't really matter, but we'll go with dex.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Frost Fingers, which is a 15-foot cone, and technically Danika will be just outside of it. But we'll still get.
You know what? I never did load the templates into this, did I?
I haven't
Actually-
seen them. No.
Yeah, I
haven't
have.
seen them.
I have templates. Remind me
barely-
after the game.
We've barely done anything that would need them yet. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, but do remind me to put that in later. But yeah, I would say that yes, you're fine. You're not going to be able to hit Danika with your Frost Fingers. So that is a con saving throw.
Correct.
That is a 10, so it is a failure.
So it's gonna take 12. It actually didn't roll my hex. So I'm just gonna roll it now. So that is that's 12 cold damage and 4 force damage.
You blast out that cone of ice at the creature. It seems to be coating it with ice, but as you see it happening, it not nearly as much of the ice seems to be coating this creature as you were hoping it were. But then the force of the ice starts to pelt it, taking that full damage.
And then I'm gonna use the last of my movement just to get closer to it, like to be more of a target. Oh, I'm gonna regret this, but that's what I'm gonna do. That's what Urzak taught me to do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. That's it for Delphine's turn. Even though it didn't take as much of the ice as you were hoping for, it still looks pretty hurt. Vide, you're up next.
Okay, Vide is going to step forward because, you know, he heard everything. I'm going to go to... this is coming with me because I am holding it technically, so... I'm going to go right here, and... So it looks like... Does it look like it's a physical form, or does it look more...
It definitely looks more incorporeal. You can see through it. It's misty. It has long, dark hair. Well, it would be dark in its normal form, but you can definitely see the color pitch of the long hair. It seems to be slightly dressed. Like, you almost... The way its clothes look to you, it's almost as though it's like a maid, possibly a nursemaid. But then there's no feet, there's no legs. It's all just mist from the waist down. Long fingers, dark black eyes. You can almost see through the eyes itself, and you can definitely see through the creature. So, kind of there, kind of not.
Okay, so I'm not gonna waste any ammo in this. I'm gonna put my pistol away, pull out my whip, and just try for a nat 20 for 25.
Nice. That's definitely going to hit.
But whether or not it takes damage, that's 10 points of hopeful damage.
10 points of damage. You crack out at it with your whip. It definitely seems like it didn't take nearly as much of it. Like, it reacted to the whip striking it, but not very much.
As I suspected. So yeah, that'll be it. I mean, I have nothing. I'm a fighter. I don't got spells.
Indeed. Glancing between the three of you. You see the creature rising up, its hands rising. It cries out, "No! Don't take my baby! Please don't take my baby!" It's got three of you. Two of you are in close range. One of you just actively hit it. So I'm gonna roll a d6. 1 and 2 Delphine, 1 and 2 Delphine, 3 and 4 Danika, 5 and 6. That would be a 4, so that's Danika.
Uh-oh.
It looks at you, Danika, and you hear this pleading sound, "Please, please don't take my baby, not my baby," as it tries to slash at you with those hands. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Ooh, you got lucky.
Armor.
You have a +1 studded leather.
I got my armor.
Those hands reach out towards you, and you just jump backward, the fingers lightly trailing across that magical armor you just got, but it finds no purchase, and it does not hit you. Got lucky there. And it's your turn.
Danika's gonna do her trademark vicious mockery.
How do you mock this poor ghost?
You ain't that cute. Your hair's uneven. You look dusty.
Thought you were gonna say something about the baby being dead or something.
I thought about it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. The 5's gonna be a failure, so it does take the 2 points of psychic damage.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take a step back too.
You can take a step back, but that will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Can I take a step to the side?
Depends on where you go.
Like to this side, or is that considered back?
So, you are currently right now in melee. So if you have moved backwards to like put a gap between the two of you, that provokes an attack of opportunity. You can move along the squares that touch it, but if you move anywhere beyond that, that's what provokes the attack.
Oh, that's okay. We're good then.
Okay. Urzak, you're up next.
Oh. What am I holding in my hands right now?
You reached out to pick up that baby bundle. Did you actually pick it up?
Hearing the noise, I would stop and like look out into the room, I suppose.
Well, then your hands are probably empty right now.
Cool. I run out to assist. Everybody's in the way.
Low-key, I thought he was going to throw the baby bundle at the thing. I'm not going to lie. I thought that's what he was going with that.
Easy. I start swinging.
Swing away.
Please work. Okay, 21.
21's going to hit.
Max damage once more, 12.
Well,
It doesn't seem...
It wouldn't seem like it does a whole lot as you cut through it, but then suddenly you find some actual substance to this. Because 6 points of damage is what you needed to destroy this thing. So tell me, Urzak, how does that look?
Just in like a moment of quick reaction, hearing the noise and seeing that like the others are, in front of him, he's like, the like protective instinct kicks in. He runs in and just immediately horizontally slashes and like just bisects this ghostly looking thing.
And as you bisect it, you just hear that horrible wail from this ghost crying out, "No! No!" As she falls back to the bed. You then watch as in the bed, you start seeing wounds appear all over this body. Much smaller than a sword would. Almost of the length of a knife. These wounds begin to seep and blood starts to pour out from them as more of them appear all over her body, from her chest, from her neck down to her torso, beyond even the parts that were translucent and misty where her legs should have been, you start seeing these cut marks appearing along there as well. She cries out again in pain as more blood begins to seep out onto the bed itself before the ghostly form just dissipates down into the bed and disappears entirely.
Oh. Okay. That was weird.
2-for-1 special, huh, big guy?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you killed the baby, then you killed her, right? I mean,
I didn't touch the baby.
alright.
Delphine had already brandished her rapier, but she hadn't used it yet.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna aggressively point it at Urzak, like, kind of shakily, but, like, aggressively. You have instilled values in me that are gonna get me killed. And as it looks like she's about to, like, stab at him, she just kind of gives him, like, this hug that is just, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Why did I just do what I did? I feel like it's your fault, but it's really my choice.
Hey, the Conclave has strict rules about colleagues and dating. I'm gonna have to step in and say, you're gonna have to stop that, please.
I just kind of palm Cox's face.
Not
Delphine.
part of the Conclave.
Also make a history check.
Okay. I will guide myself on that. $22.
That's bullshit. The Conclave people get married all the time. It's a common theme that they marry each other because half of them are adventurers and the other half are librarians. So who else are they going to marry?
Fine.
I know what you guys do in the stacks of those libraries, Cog. Don't try and hide it from me.
Marrying a baby killer, it's all I'm saying. Cog will come up and because he didn't lift the baby up, right? He just kind of...
No, he reached out to grab it, and that's what triggered this. But as you go up to the chair that Danika had pulled over for you, climb up it and look into the crib, that the blanket bundle is no longer a bundle. It's just a blanket lying on the bed. Also,
okay, go ahead.
that click that you hear, a little bit of, well, this. Okay, yeah. I don't know why it doesn't play over that.
Yeah, it's not going.
Oh, you know what? I think I figured out why. Hold on a second.
It's a door.
But it's a door. Yeah, it was a door creaking. What you glance over towards that mirror, and the mirror has swung inward.
Oh.
Like inwards this way, or inwards this way?
Inwards this way, towards that, and you see that there is a room hidden in that mirror. The whole thing swung inward, and it's actually a door.
Y'all, there's a secret tunnel.
Oh no.
Yeah, the guys, the baby isn't here.
What do you...
Like, it's just a blanket, there's no baby.
Did you baby?
I was seriously just kind of ribbing you, saying you killed the baby, but I mean...
Like, is there, dust in there or something?
I've heard the stereotypical racist stories about full-blooded orcs and eating babies. I didn't think it were true.
Do I know what we just fought? Do I know what it is?
Make an Arcana check. Or a survival check.
I'm gonna go with Arcana. I'm gonna guide myself. Yeah. What is my survival? My survival's not terrible, my Arcana. 22.
You are fairly certain that the creature that you saw was actually a specter. It's a ghostly type apparition that can drain the life from creatures it comes into contact with. Like, that's a pretty high roll. Creatures like that can actually sap your stamina, your constitution, and make you weaker and can very easily kill you. Like, if they suck enough of it out of you, you're straight up dead. There's no coming back from that.
Delphine is still kind of wrapped around Urzak a little bit in this, like, as much of a bear hug as she could do, and just kind of goes, realizing what they just fought, finally.
Well,
they're all dead.
I think... Alright, so the parents were in the other room. That was their master bedroom. Is this their baby? Was this the baby we were supposed to look for? Or does this baby belong to whoever that was? Is there another baby?
I hope not.
Or was she just like a live-in, like a live-in nursemaid kind of thing?
Well, I mean, she was described as a nursemaid, so that's what I'm gonna.
Well, I mean, we heard that, but we didn't also hear that. So I was just saying, like, he just judged off the ghostly apparition. He's like, was she just like? I mean, but why would she care? I mean, it's not her baby.
Well, I mean, there was the painting of the family downstairs with the dad holding the baby, and the mom looked not happy at the baby.
You know what? I bet those kids are dead.
That, I think so too. Now,
I don't like children, and I really don't like ghost children.
Urzak, real quick, give me a history check.
20.
They're talking about that baby and the painting that you had seen down on the second floor, and something jogs your memory. Wasn't there something in that letter about a baby?
The stillborn baby.
But the letter from Strahd?
You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son.
Oh.
And they
wait a minute.
stood for hours with a dead child to paint a picture?
That's a little dark. Why? And why would they have a nursery for it?
I mean, you usually have a nursery done before the baby.
But it was with another. Ooh, maybe it was with her. Maybe that's the other one that you just brutally murdered.
The nursemaid?
Yeah. Why not?
Happens more often than you think.
I mean, yeah, this is fair.
I mean, maybe she was caring for the other two, and he came home one day, and he's like, "Oh wow, it's like look at the way the oatmeal drips off your head as my children threw it." You know, he was just all enraged with passion and.
Hog!
What?
I love you.
I can paint a picture. What can I say?
You are amazing. I love you. And it answers so many questions I've ever had about you.
And as Delphine says that, you hear another loud crack of thunder.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I finally got it.
Now we can hear.
You know what? You just said you loved me, and then the thunder happened. You know, it's not a coincidence. I mean, anyway, what's behind the mirror?
Well, as you go glancing into it, what you find is a small corridor with a set of cobweb-filled wooden stairs leading up.
Oops,
Oh, didn't we? We heard thumps upstairs, didn't we?
We did.
Alright, let's get going.
Alright.
Do we want to check out the rest of the floor first, or are we going to go for it?
I mean, this is a secret room behind we gotta check out the secret room. Besides, you know, he's gonna turn and look at the camera. I gotta burn a nat 20 here soon. And just wink. And like, what are you talking about, Cog? He's like, I don't know.
Okay, so it sounds like y'all are heading up the stairs. Go ahead and give me a marching order so I can copy and paste your tokens and move you to the next floor.
Cog, he won't be first, but he'll be right there near the front.
Third.
Second. At least second.
I'll go first since that's kind of my bag usually.
Whole shtick. Yep.
Yeah, Delphine wants to be close to Danika because of... Danika looks like she can take care of herself and she can... Don't make Danika mad, but... looks still kind of squishy and wants to protect.
She can throw that shade.
Yeah.
As Brandie likes to say, you want to do a protect.
Is that what the kids
Yeah.
say these days? It's called
I
throwing
will
shade?
die if I protect, but that's what those are the new values that Delphine has developed.
Before we like move up the stairs, while Delphine and Urzak are having that interaction, he stops and looks at her for a minute and says, "You know, those values I hold very dear, and you embody them quite well. It may take time, but I know you will uphold them as you see fit."
She is literally like holding back tears because this has been like very traumatic for a wizard to be a frontliner. It kind of like wipes away a little tear. I'm gonna do the best to be myself and what you've taught me.
Danika lets out like a little squeal, like, "Oh, that was adorable!"
Hides in her armor.
So, with that in mind, you all start making your way up the stairs. It is a very narrow staircase, barely 5 feet wide, and you all kind of have to huddle together one after another as you make your way up. Urzak in the lead, Delphine keep taking up the rear, and eventually you come to a bare room covered in cobwebs. You all can't help but sniffle a little bit and do that little from just the massive amount of dust that coats this area. The room opens up to be a small room with nothing but a single door to the far northern side.
Well,
Open the door.
onward, I suppose.
You all begin making your way over to the door.
I just found out you can select multiple things. That's so convenient.
Oh yeah.
That's how I've been. It's been behind Cog, and so I've just been grabbing them both and dragging it so the light just stays with him.
I'm going to be so good at Roll20 by the time we're done with this thing.
I actually use a lot of features in Roll20.
Yeah, I don't know how to click to...
Can't hear you, Brandie.
I can hear.
I can hear.
You
Yeah,
drag
sure.
over
Like
multiple
yeah, you
things that
just,
you
like-
can select, and then you can move them.
Yeah.
You just move it at one then, as one piece.
One piece.
As long as you have control over it. So
Yeah.
say you were to like
See, like
get the box over you and the
See, now it's behind Cog.
Wait, do I have to hit a button while I click?
No, you just drag and
It's-
select multiple things.
Yeah, so right click or left click and then drag.
Okay, I see. Okay, so what I was doing, I was clicking on the thing and it was picking it up. Okay, I got it now.
Anyway, I open the door, unless it's locked, then I punch the door.
This door is not locked.
Cool.
As you open the door and glance out, you see another, much shorter hallway. It is completely bare, made of dark gray stone. No furnishings whatsoever. you can see that there are several doors along the hallway here. One immediately to your right over here, and four more down the corridor. The one thing that pops out to you immediately as something that is very different from any other floor you've been to is that at the door on your left, right over here, is actually a chain and padlock locking this door.
Well, that sounds important.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing bad in there.
Should I try to unlock it?
Go for it.
I think Cog, you have a key, right?
Well, we've got that silver. It was an iron key from before, or was that for the chest? It was in that little. It was in a drawer with those. Or actually, no. I think it was in the chest with the.
It was in a concealed drawer with 2 black candles.
Yeah, candles and yeah.
It was in the desk of the library.
I mean, I guess we'll pull the key out and we'll try it.
Okay.
Taking notes is cool sometimes.
You
things.
walk.
I've got it in my notes. I just forgot which hole it was in.
You take the key, walk over to the padlock, insert it, and turn, and it clicks very satisfying and opens the padlock.
It was this one.
No,
which door was it?
This one.
This one. Okay. Yeah.
The only door on this floor that shows a lock.
Okay. All right. So the key you found in the locked secret room opens door in a locked secret room. Yeah, let's go inside. He'll let the big guy go first, but he'll be right on his heels.
Here we go. Oh boy.
Okay. You open the door and push it open to find a room that contains bricked up windows flanked by 2 dusty wooden frame beds. Very small beds, sized for, well, Corwan or small human children. Closer to the door, or opposite the door, is I'm sorry, not opposite, but catty-corner to the door, is a toy chest, which is open, with windmills painted on the sides, and a doll house directly across from the doorway that appears to be a perfect replica of the dreary edifice in which you now stand. These furnishings are draped in cobwebs, and lying on the floor in the middle of the 2 beds, you can see 2 small skeletons wearing tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of these 2 cradles a stuffed doll that you also recognize.
Yep, there's the kids.
No, it's Poppy.
I didn't want to be right. But this gives me... do you guys know that, like, classic story Flowers in the Attic? Where they trapped their children in the attic? It's giving me those vibes.
Alright. Well, kids are dead. Hey! You know what this means?
No, Con.
I didn't have to kill any of them. He's gonna pull out that deed. He goes, we got ourselves an inn.
That is true.
And a windmill.
Now. And a windmill, wherever that is.
Location.
So you said this is a perfect replica of where we're at?
It is a perfect replica of the outside of the inn that you saw when you first arrived.
I'm gonna give Vide guidance because I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check it out and see if there's anything on this that's, we haven't seen in the, I don't know, see if I can gain any useful information from said replica.
Okay. You walk over to the dollhouse, and intending to inspect it, to take a look at it. But as you approach and begin to crouch down, you see two spectral forms come pushing up from the bed.
Of course.
You see figures that look very familiar, though this time entirely bluish light coming from them instead of the physical forms you saw at the beginning of entering this inn. You see the forms of Poppy and Briar rising up, looking at you. And as they do, you hear the voice of Briar calling out.
No! Stop that! Don't touch our toys!
Buddy. Why didn't you tell us you were dead?
You say that, and the little girl, Poppy, flies over in front of the dollhouse and lands there, on top of it. She looks at you, scowling, Vide, and you hear her voice.
What are you doing? You are too big to touch my toys. You should not be playing with these.
I was just looking. It's a really cool dollhouse. I just wanted to admire how awesome it is.
I don't have that on this character. Okay, because Delphine has been staying very close to Danika, she's gonna kind of whisper. Can you just like kind of placate them, like let them know we're trying to find the monster that they warned us about in the basement? Maybe they'll let Vide look at it then.
So Danika's gonna move a little bit forward, and cause she's gonna talk to Poppy, and she's gonna, Miss Poppy, is it okay if we look at your dollhouse? We kind of want to see. We're trying to find that monster that was in the basement, and we want to see if we can find it. And it looks like your house is a replica of this one, so maybe that'll give us some clues to get rid of that monster and kind of help you.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I want to give guidance, but nope, you don't need it.
I was about to say, can she have advantage? Because I'm like saying I just wanted to look at it too, but yeah.
Yeah, I think 22 is okay. You say this, and Briar, you hear Briar's voice first say,
Monster? What monster? What? No. Oh no. Oh, I see. Poppy, on the other hand, says, it is okay if you touch my toys, I suppose. Just do not take them, do not harm them. They're all I have left.
Miss Poppy will be very delicate with them. We'll make sure that they're okay.
you see Briar sit down on the bed as he's watching the two of you kind of begin looking at that dollhouse. He says,
Oh, I am so sorry to tell you, sir. You have been lured into our world. I'm afraid there is no escape for any of you. We died here so many years ago. And we have seen many coming into the home. Or we've not seen. Sensed is the correct word. We have sensed these people coming in, eventually lured to their death. This house is cursed. I'm sorry.
Corwan wanted to go, well, ironically, it was you that brought us into the home. I mean, if you died here, is there a way we can, I slipped into blood from a stone there for a second. Is there a way we can, maybe help you pass on? So you're not trapped here anymore? Maybe lift the curse?
The spirit of the boy seems to consider this for a moment. Make a persuasion check.
I'll take the net 20 now. But my persuasion is a +1.
Good call. With your nat 20, Briar thinks for a moment and he says,
It is what not I or us that lured you in here, but the house itself. We are trapped here in this room where our bodies have died. Well, unfortunately, our parents locked us in so long. We survived as long as we could, catching rats, things that crawled into our room. But the longer we waited, the more we eventually just gave up, knowing that no one would come to feed us. My sister Poppy died first in my arms. I followed not long after. I don't know if you can put our souls to rest, but down below, in the dungeons, our parents used to say that is where all of our ancestors were laid to rest. If you could perhaps inter our bodies there as well, perhaps we could know rest.
at which point, Poppy calls out again.
I don't want to go. I don't want to leave. All these nice people, so lonely.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. You died much too soon. And I get it. You're scared. But if we can find a way to help you pass on, you wouldn't be alone. You'll have your brother. You'll be with your ancestors again. At least that's what my Lady Yandala teaches us. When we pass on, if we pass on through her grace, we see our families on the other side. I don't know who you may have worshipped in life, but maybe myself and Big Green here, maybe we can help put you at ease.
Briar responds.
You've never worshipped any gods, as far as we know. Our parents always said they worship one only devil. I know not who this devil is, but I know they would spend much time down in the basement. Eventually, our parents said there was a monster in the basement, and they locked us in this room, telling us it was for our own safety. But they never came back.
Well, not everybody has faith. And it's no fault of that. But if I can find a way to help, That's what my goddess wants me to do. So we will try and find a way to inter you, and perhaps we can dedicate you to the Five. One of maybe Balrus himself. That should be good.
Yeah.
He's a
Briar.
good god.
Briar stands up and walks over to the the dollhouse. He opens it up and he shows you all the attic, the room that you are all in right now, which you can see there's another little tiny miniature inn inside their miniature room. He then points from there over to the next room, to the room where when you first came on this floor, on the right-hand side, you saw that there's a door there. He points to that room, and he tells you,
there is a secret door in the attic in this room over here. That room leads down into where my parents called the dungeon. If you wish to go down into that area, that is where you must go.
now once again, Poppy, from her place flying above the dollhouse, she looks to you all and she says,
You are going to help. You are going to help us.
Absolutely. Right?
Of course.
That is the plan.
Absolutely. We'll take good care of you.
I'm scared. I'm scared of being alone. With you? She reaches her hand.
She reaches her hand out to you, Delphine, and she says,
I hold your hand. Will you take me?
Before grabbing, which one is it? Poppy?
Poppy.
Before grabbing Poppy's hand, she just gently asks, "What's your favorite season?"
She thinks for a moment.
I like the summer. It's nice and warm, and it is not so cold in this room in the summer.
Delphine, as she touches Poppy's hand, is going to use Druidcraft to make like one of those, not like those warm summer breezes with like just a touch of a storm on the air where it's like it's a little heavy and it has a little bit of weight to it.
You create this flower and you hold it out and you see the little ghost girl smile, big wide smile, and clap her hands together before saying,
I have never seen such a pretty flower. You are such a good person. Can I come with you?
and she seems to be reaching out to like her hands up to you as though asking you to pick her up.
I've been trying to get someone to let me do uppies for like weeks. She kind of gives a side eye to Cog.
I'm an adult. Thank you very much.
But yeah, she will. She's feeling very vulnerable in this moment. And with that, Druidcraft has manifested one of her favorite flowers, which only blooms in the summer, which is a hyacinth. And will willingly take the hand of this, what she knows is dead, and she is smart enough to know the repercussions of what she's about to do.
Okay. You allow her to come to you. She pushes forward towards you. You do not resist. You allow her to encompass you, and this form of mist seems to envelop you before drawing into you. You no longer see her physical form, but you can hear her voice in your head as she says,
Thank you, kind lady. You're so pretty and so nice to me. Thank you.
Not
You are
nearly as
now-
pretty as you are.
You are now possessed by the ghost of Poppy. You gain the following flaw. I'm scared of everything, including my own shadow, and weep with despair when things don't go my way.
Oh my god, I just literally cried in the last room!
Oh!
For me. Oh, I'm scared of. Oh, wow, I'm scared of everything. Let's go!
As this is happening, Briar looks to you, Corwan, because you've been the one that's been talking to him this whole time, and he seems to be inching towards you a little bit as he says,
You are also a very good man, and I think you are truly wishing to help us. Please, will you help us? Will you help us find peace?
and he's reaching his hand out to you.
I did say I would help you. Yeah, come on. Let's go.
And indeed, Briar begins to go towards you as mist enveloping you, and he possesses you as well.
I get a
You
boon
can hear,
already.
you can hear his voice. Yes, you still have full control of your bodies, but you can hear his voice in the back of your head as he says,
I like you. You know many, many good stories.
Oh. I guess he'll say this instead. He goes, "Oh, you can. If you can hear the you, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of. I've read a lot of books. Yeah,
And-
there's some great children's stories in there too.
you gain the following flaw.
God damn it.
I like being in charge and get angry when other people tell me what to do.
So nothing has changed.
So nothing has changed.
He's been acting like he's the boss because he's the only real Conclave member here. Fucking everything is the same.
Pretty much,
Institute all the way.
I think
Saying the following flaws, nothing, because this is child you.
before I guess we'll end here quick, but I guess he would
Mhm.
kind of quickly, he would start, taking like maybe their bedroll or something like that and kind of make something, start placing their skeletons on it. And then he'd hand the doll to Delphine and be like, maybe you should hold on to this.
And you do hear Poppy's voice in your head, Delphine, say,
Oh yes, that is my favorite dolly. I love it so much. Will you take it? Will you hold it close to you?
What Delphine does is she's just wearing normal clothes. She doesn't wear armor. So what she does is she tucks it like into the left side of
So it's like sticking
her
out.
top. So it's like you see the head, but it's like placed like right over
Oh
her
yeah.
heart. So it's like you can see the head can kind of, if it's a voodoo doll, can see, but it's like close to the chest.
absolutely. And you just feel kind of a warm pulse from Poppy. She very much approves and appreciates this. You all are able to take the bodies and wrap them in the blankets and whatnot, and carry them with you. The rest of the room's not so interesting up here, but you do all make your way over to where Briar had indicated, which is the store over here. In it, you do find... hold on one second. You find a dusty chamber that is packed with old furniture. Chairs, coat rack, standing mirror, dress mannequins, and the like. All draped in dusty white sheets. Near an iron stove underneath one of these sheets is an unlocked wooden trunk that you can just see peeking out from the underside of it. You can hear Briar's voice, Corwan, as you open this, and he says to you,
Do not open that chest over there. That is where they placed the dustmate's body. It is not a pretty sight. Miss Lorena was very, very nice, but they did more with it. But behind that, in that wall, there is a secret door that leads to the dungeon.
I guess, is it this one? Or was it this chest?
Yeah, that chest and that down there.
I mean, I guess in his, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna say it. He doesn't realize if it's out loud or not. He's like, perhaps when we're done, we'll find a way to just, gently, inter her in the ground as well. Or maybe we can, burn the structure down. I don't know. I think maybe this place, maybe it needs to go away.
But as you walk over to the door, led by Briar, you push inward on it, and it opens very easily. And you can see a spiral staircase leading down, which is where we're going to end things for this evening.
Oh boy.
Well done, everybody. You survived the 4 floors of
We're the death
inn.
house.
When you hate and love what just happened to you.
That's totally what.
Feeling right now.
It's been an emotional one for all of us. Aftercare, I love you all very much. Thank you for going with us on this very emotional journey today. Thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We appreciate you hanging out with us as well. This was a rough one, but guess what, everybody? You're now at level 2.
Wait, I'm afraid of everything.
Are you afraid of leveling up?
That's terrifying.
Can I roll my
God,
hit
more
dice
numbers.
with disadvantage?
If you want to, I'm not going to tell you no.
I'm a wizard. I don't get enough hit points as it is.
No, you need to be asking for advantage.
But to close things off, as we normally do, we go around the table and let everybody introduce themselves. Tell us all where we can find you, and tell us a little bit of what your emotional state is after this episode. Let's go ahead and start to my left, which would be Joe.
Well, I am Joe Trotter. Mondays for Random Rhapsody, I am Blood from Stone, the adorable Tabaxi Rogue Ranger. Matt and I have talked about Curse of Strahd for a while now. We both actually have watched the same podcast, so we like it. So I knew that he was going to fuck us in some way. I didn't get the... He just keeps surprising me every time. It's like, sneaky bastard. This is I wouldn't expect it to. The guy that doesn't like children now has one inhabiting his body. So this is gonna be a fun ride. But I guess the life cleric should be the one that does this. So I can't say no.
Fair enough. How you feeling right now? Doing okay?
Oh, good. I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a push of my buttons. Yeah, but I'm just like, he's just so squishy. No, I don't want any. I was like, stay away from the ghosts. Stay away. Oh God, I can't stay away from them now.
Fair enough. Okay, Natalie, you're next.
Hi, I'm Natalie. You'll find me here on Random Rhapsody. I'm in Sonnet of Blood. Woo! I'm doing pretty good. I thought, I mean, I really wanted to, like, if it was gonna be bad when Delphine got possessed, I really wanted to just like threaten to like smash the dollhouse, like that was like a bug in my head. I really just wanted to just break the dollhouse.
Wow, that would have been good.
But other than that, I mean, at least it was okay.
Fair enough. Dyto, you're next.
Hi, I'm Dyto. You can find me on Twitter at Dyto11, but normally I'm over on Lost Caravan where I do modding and casting, and I'm in a bunch of games. We're getting up on the end of the month, so I don't think I'm on hiatus for a couple of days so that I can do casting. Dyto is amazing. Delphine is going through it right now. She put herself in front of a ghost to protect a party member, knowing that she is a squishy level 1 wizard. And now, after saying, like, to her mentor and probably one of her best friends on the material world, that she's taking the protecting people into just putting herself in danger to heart, now she's afraid of everything. And she's about to get the level up where she is amazing, and I love that now I get to be afraid, and I get to cry like a child. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fun.
I can't wait.
Okay, Marty, you're next.
Hi, I'm Marty. You can find me typically at the Wayfaring Strangers podcast. We haven't updated that in a little while. We're working hard on the new season, so that'll probably come in the next couple time frame. You can also find me here, obviously, Sonnet of Blood, and currently I am on Bard Rock Cafe as Baragon Doubletail. I think there's a new episode of that either tonight or tomorrow, and on a lot of their live streams. I'll have so much more stuff to plug in the coming months. So much is in the pipeline for me, but I can't talk about all of it right now. I like the direction we're going. I loved getting to have that little moment with Delphine. It was like, oh, I fucked up. So
Love it.
I can't wait to see where that goes.
Okay, Brandie, you're next.
Yeah, I'm Brandie. You can find me here every Monday at 3 p.m. Central playing everyone's favorite Turtle Monk. Currently still Lapis. Might change soon. But yeah, I play the Debauchery Circus campaign here on the Random Raps. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, River Dragon 8. I don't do much on Twitter. Instagram and TikTok's about my dog. But if you want to see it, go look at it. As far as how I'm doing after this episode, I'm all pretty okay. I feel like Vide might be having some feeling, given, the little bit of flashbacks he had. But I guess, we have to see what happens throughout the campaign, see how he's about things.
Okay. Well, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can follow me on the tweets and the Instas as @ScruffyWanderer, and besides running and playing games here, you can also find me on the Transverses All on the Table TTRPG content. And in like a month or two, I'll be over on the Lost Caravan as well, doing a one-shot. So we'll see about that point. So, on behalf of everyone here in the cast and crew, I would like to just say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long, good luck, and until next time, may you live until you die. Good night.